You have had an astounding amount of soul incarnations. This is a lot of energy, you guys, because who I'm talking to, you are ancient. Okay, I'm getting the word primordial. Humans have a hard time like conceptualizing like their soul's journeys a lot of the time and how significant it is and how really old they are. And it's not going to be for everyone, obviously, but you've had an astounding amount of soul incarnations. Thousands. It's different for everyone. Like people, I think like when you think of like your soul incarnating, you're like, yeah, I'm ancient. You know, I've had like 100 incarnations or 50 incarnations. Who I'm talking to, this group of souls, you're a master soul. What I'm receiving, well, this is for all of us because we volunteered to come here. We are the chosen because we chose to come here. We aren't chosen because God said, you're cool, you can go, not you. Sorry, you're cool. It doesn't work like that, okay? We are masterful souls. We are souls that came here because of who we are. Are there souls on earth at this time that are baby souls, new souls, you know, they're here to really learn and to evolve as a soul in that regard? Yeah, absolutely. But anyways, let's get into some cards here, okay? So if you are new here, I'm Erica. I am a psychic medium and a high priestess of the Magdalene, Rose, Isis, and Avalon lineages, to be quite honest, okay? So nice to meet you. Those of you guys returning, welcome back, my loves. All right, so I'm going to just get a message from the, it's by Kyle Gray, the Gateway of Light Activation. I'll also tag it. I'll tag the decks that I use. I'll try to remember. So you've had an astounding amount of soul incarnations. So I think with this message, I feel really guided right now to get, like, you've had so many different incarnations, and so you are this mixture, this plethora. It's within your DNA, your blood, your soul blueprint of who you are. All of this is not lost. These parts of you, who you've been through all these incarnations, it's a plethora. It's not a plethora. It's a, I mean, yeah, it's a plethora, but it is a mixture of all that. So just because you can't remember, okay, doesn't mean it's not there, because it is. And that, I think that's what the important part is. Like, I'm here to tell you this because some crazy spiritual stuff is going to start popping off. Immediately I'm getting like mediumship. So not only feeling and being aware of like spirits and spirit guides and all that, you know, etc., your angels, dragons, fairies, you're seeing them, full apparitions, or, you know, it's like a total like night and day, you know. I wasn't psychic, now I am. My intuition is like off the charts. But let's get into like why this is important. Why did I receive this for the collective today? Why did I receive this of them having an astounding amount of incarnations? You're here to teach, for sure. The first card out is the Lemurian seed codes. Sorry guys, I have a tractor out front and it's super distracting right now for me because it's like literally, you guys can't see it, but like it's like in my front yard basically. Because I live in the farmland. If you are new here, I'm country gypsy cowgirl. I'm a cowgirl. I'm a country girl through and through to the core. But anyway, so if you guys can hear it, I don't think you will, but it's distracting for me. So hopefully he gets his ass out of here because it's already 8 o'clock at night. So anyways, the Lemurian seed crystals. So immediately this is Lemuria, this is crystals, connecting very easily with the Lemurian seed crystals. Sorry guys, I'm just going to shut this because I can feel his pervy eyes looking at me from inside the tractor into my front window. So, and I am not down with that kind of stuff. So when I feel that, okay, that's an example. okay, of like, you've had an astounding amount of soul incarnations, but let's just get back to the fact that you are this ancient, primordial, for some of you guys, like I keep getting that primordial. You can feel things, and like I just said, like I'm talking to you, I'm looking here, but the tractors out there, they're tractors, these chopping tractors that I'm talking about, they're not like regular tractors, they're huge, huge pieces of equipment. And the windows, because of when they chop, when chopping season is, it's hot. Like right now, it's like spring, summer, it's hot. So they're sitting in the heat all day long. So they completely black out the windows of the tractor for that reason. So I can't see the man operating it at all, but he can see me and I can feel him. So you guys are like that, where you can just, like, you're getting like intuitive hits. Like if someone's talking shit about you, you can hear it, maybe word for word. It could be your clairaudience coming online more, like your psychic hearing. My psychic hearing is super strong. I'm gonna open this back up because I need the light. My psychic hearing is super strong. You know, it grows and grows and grows and gets stronger. But like I've literally heard and seen conversations being had about me or about certain things. Even people close to me, like I'm like, no, this happened, I heard it. And like my mom or other people, they'll be like, no, like even to this day, people still doubt. No, they wouldn't say, no, I think you're just thinking. No, I'm not reading into it. I'm not overanalyzing. I'm not paranoid. I literally saw it and heard it. And sure enough, every single time, right? So I'm just channeling. So I'm sharing everything that's coming through for you as this ancient energy. You're not like the rest. And I will say it until I'm blue in the face. If you found Gypsy Cowgirl Tarot, if you found me, I found you, okay, through all space and time and through all the algorithms, you're here for a reason. Why? Because my soul familia, the collective of souls that I'm meant to share and channel and guide and teach and bring healing to and truth, okay, it's ancient energy. I am not here, I'm here for all, but my work specifically is with other ancient souls like myself. Okay, so let's see what this even says. Lemurian. So again, Lemuria, okay, lifetimes in Lemuria, carrying the codes, seated, just like a crystal carries, you know, memory and healing and activations and all these things. You're a walking, talking, breathing crystal. And I know you know this about yourself and like why you're here or whatever. It says embracing sensitivity, uniqueness, and living with grace. So right now, beautiful old soul, this is exactly what like you are embodying and coming into and being guided to do, is just live in grace. We aren't here, right? And that's what you're here doing. You're showing people how to live in grace, how to be crystal clear, how to maybe tune in and connect with crystals, or do crystal grids or crystal programming or crystal readings. You're very connected, very in tune with crystals, but specifically Lemurian seed crystals. You guys, I don't know, like 5 years ago or so, when I came into, you know, the physical union with my twin, because I started my awakening back in 2016. So I've been on my awakening journey for almost 10 years now in August. In August 2018, August of 2016 is when my big catalyst of awakening and soul agreement of when I would start awakening happened. And that was due to my little brother, you know, his physical death in a car accident was the agreement, soul agreement between him and I, like that was his sole purpose. He was meant to come in and activate me. But my catalyst, so that was a catalyst to start my awakening. And the awakening, like many, was very gradual, very slow, because the earth was not where it's at now, frequency wise, etc. So it was a very gradual process for, you know, the first 4 years of my awakening journey. And then at the very tail end of 2020, tail end, you know, with the pandemic and all that, my twin soul He found me. He found me through all space and time, you know, total strangers to each other, but we knew mutual people, friends, but we had never met. And, you know, we had never, actually, we did meet, but I don't remember. He did, though. We met, I think he said twice at, like, because, again, we live in the farmland out here. So when you're 18, 19, 20 years old or whatever, you know, you're with your friends, you're listening to country music. We go out into the middle of the orchards or canal banks, and we do bonfire parties. So he met me, like, he remembers meeting me. Anyways, my point is that when I reconnected, or when he found me and we met, that was a huge catalyst, okay, in my awakening journey. Meaning it basically felt like I hadn't really even been awakening at that point. And then he awoke, like he came in and he activated and awoke in me. He absolutely, right? And we activated each other, but you guys know the drill. So why was I saying that? It had to do with basically showing and painting the picture of, like, how powerful certain awakenings are and how it can be gradual. So right now, and some of you guys I know you are twin flames, or you've met a divine counterpart, you know, where that was a part of the purpose. But twin flames are different, because that's why twin flame, like, that's what it is. We awaken each other. We reawaken each other, right? So you could be on this journey as an ancient soul. That's why so many of us twin souls also came back and incarnated, because we were, you know, the earth needed twin flames. The earth does need twin flames. So we said, let's go, let's do it, let's go, right? So you've had so many incarnations, you've been in so many different places, you've played so many different roles and archetypes. Spirit is guiding you right now, because what they're saying to me to say to you is that right now, specifically right now, like what you've been kind of feeling and picking up on, and what's happening right now is remembrances of your past lives. So really pay attention to what you're being shown. Where are you feeling curious? Where are you feeling creative? Where are you feeling like, I really just feel like I want to help people in this way? I feel like I want to, you know, I feel like a resonance with, like, Erica's work and what she does. I feel like I'm meant to be out there. I feel like I'm meant to be channeling. Okay, all the things. But my point in all this is just like a crystal, just like a snowflake, there are no identical ones. You guys are so different. You've always known this about yourself. And it's not like an arrogant, stuck up, like, I'm so different than the rest, you know? We don't play that game. We're not in our ego like that, like so many people are. They want to one-up everyone. They're in competition with everyone. They feel, I'm special. I'm so, you know, compared to you, little peasant. We don't do that, you know? Queen, king, pharaoh, or peasant, we see everyone as equals. Why? Because of our ancient primordial essence and energy. We came here as souls, and even from a young age, and I'm talking, right? Okay, you always saw from that higher perspective. Like, to you, even from, like, as a child, you could look at things going around you and adults and conversations, and you felt like you were an old soul. Like, you saw, you know, like, through it all. This is ridiculous. This is willy-nilly little human, you know, crap. Like, this is irrelevant. It doesn't matter. Why are they bickering? Why are they trying to prove points to each other? You could always see through that. And I think for a lot of you guys, it started with your parents. From a young age, you saw your parents maybe disconnect or arguing or fighting, or the way they spoke to each other. And you thought, like, this is not right. And how can they not see this? So from a very young age in your entire life, you've seen from this very ancient perspective. You've seen from the higher perspective of who you truly are, even if you were only 6 years old or 5 years old. Okay. So embracing your sensitivity. You are extremely sensitive, not because you're weak. Immediately people, you know, they think, oh, you're sensitive, and it's like an attack. It's, you know, I'm not. Yes, you are. And that's a gift. That is a superpower, to be sensitive. It's empathic, it's empathy. And you've had an astounding amount of incarnations that have created mastery around compassion and empathy and these kinds of gifts. People think of gifts and being spiritually gifted and they immediately go to psychic or, you know, an Akashic reader or Reiki or whatever it is, totally disregarding the fact that kindness is a gift, that being able to see like that is a gift, like being able to be empathic and like really feel things is a gift. Okay, so let's go ahead. So you have this other card here, the Halls of Amenti. The Halls of Amenti initiation. Secrets are being revealed to you like this, like you are primordial. You walked side by side with goddess Isis, like goddesses, like primordial beings. Like you saw them in person, you knew them in person. Or do you know what I mean? Treasures uncovered and initiations. So this is confirmation that the Halls of Amenti is, it's a place of initiation. It's like a mystery school. Okay, so think of like a mystery school. It's like where you go to master your soul's evolution and wisdoms and quantum technologies and working with crystals. And okay, so you're someone that like you've gone to like the deepest of depths. You've gone to like the highest of highs. Okay, so you're someone that's here to bring others into the Halls of Amenti. You're here to show others and bring others and connect them with Lemuria or crystals or Mount Shasta, or there's something very big about crystals and crystal healing and crystal work. Okay, working with crystals. You also are someone that is very in tune and connected and familiar with the rainbow frequency. Okay, you're like a rainbow crystalline powerhouse of a soul. What does that mean, Erica? It means that think of the rainbow and the 7 main colors in the rainbow. Each color holds its own vibration, frequencies, healing, activations. There's certain angels, deities, ascended masters, etc. connected to certain light frequencies and light rays, right? That's what I mean. Okay, there's something very, very strong about Mahavatar Babaji and Buddha, Master Buddha. Okay, so you might have connection to, you know, India, to Asia, to the Middle East. I'm receiving Tibet. Now I'm being taken all the way to South America, Venezuela, Peru. You could be Peruvian, Venezuelan, or your ancestors. There's very deep roots there in your ancestry. Machu Picchu, the sacred lands in South America. Maybe it's Incan and Inca, Mayan, okay? You're gonna know, but I don't know, like your crystal, like the seeds that like, it's like your crystalline blueprint is so deeply seated and anchored into like from Earth and the cosmos. I'm hearing a game changer. Yeah, the Stargate heart, your heart being activated, it's a game changer for humanity. It's not just a game changer for yourself and your own journey in life. It's literally like, sorry guys, I had to open it up because it's getting dark now because it's literally like, I don't know, it's like 8 o'clock at night going on 8:30, but you know, it's like spring, summer, right? So the sun's going, anyways, but, so let's wrap this up. Okay, the heart chakra opening, unlocking, and generosity. So the more that you ascend, the more that you are becoming like just in one, but it's about helping others. So like what I'm receiving is like, you're ready. You've had so many incarnations. You've been preparing for this time right now in this incarnation on Earth. Like I've said it once, I'll say it again, but I personally have deemed for myself and for many of you guys, this lifetime on Earth, if you are these primordial, ancient, like you've had so many incarnations, like it's astounding, it's crazy, it's bonkers how many lifetimes you've lived and experienced. And that goes, but think about that, all the good, the bad, the ugly, the trauma, the happiness, the love, the pain, the death, the suffering. Think of that times, let's say you've had 1,000 incarnations, and that's just, that's a small number for me. 1,000 incarnations times all of that emotion and pain and suffering, etc. Think of that, plus your entire ancestry, okay? That's why you are the chosen one. Again, it's not God source going, I choose you, you're cool, not you. It's sign me up. Let me go down. Let me go back. I can do this. I've already mastered this and this and this. So like your mastery in soul evolution is going to be different than my soul mastery and evolution. But nonetheless, but it doesn't matter because we're both masterful souls. What I'm here to do and what you're here to do is going to be different, and it's going to look different. But at the end, we're all working at the same thing, goal and game. Unlocking. There's more pieces of your heart. It's like pockets. It's like doors that have been locked in your heart. So you had your first initial awakening activation. And through your healing and triggers and all the things that you've been moving through, more and more heals, it gets unlocked, it opens. Right now, because you've been being prepared, you've been in an incubation stage, you've been in the divine incubator. It's like a preemie baby, an infant preemie who is born, 2 months early, 8 weeks early, and it's not time for it to be completely like in its energy it's supposed to be in. It needs to incubate. It needs to be in the special and get all the thingies and, to grow and to, right, and to strengthen and to right? Okay, that's you. You're the little baby in the incubator, and it just hasn't been time, but things have been incubating. Okay, so you could grow. Now, there's certain doorways within your heart that are unlocking and opening right now, and it is for where you're at in your journey, where you're about to go, and what you're moving into right now. Okay, so trust the process. Okay, I'm gonna use one of as we start to wrap this up, because yeah, it is dark. It's getting dark, and I'm losing good light. I'm losing my light. That's why I gotta hurry, because I'm literally just like losing my light. This is one of my decks, and I honestly, you guys, I use it in my personal readings. I use it in my personal Akashic record past life readings with my clients one-on-one. But I created this deck like a year and a half ago, and I swear maybe I've only used it here on YouTube, maybe once, twice. But today we're busting it out because it's a powerful deck. So let's go ahead and see. Spirit guides and angels of the highest white light and decree. What do we have for my beautiful, ancient, primordial God, goddess? Okay. Erica, but I'm a human. Yes, you are. You are a divine, celestial being in a human body. And the human vessel and the 3D world, that is your only limitation. And in all honesty, there is no limitation. It's only the limitation that you place upon you. Okay, so you've had an astounding amount of incarnations. You've been here, you've been there. You probably resonate with a lot of different things. Pleiadian, Arcturian, Atlantis, Lyran. I've been in Egypt. I feel, like I've had lifetimes as a Native American. I feel like I've had lifetimes as a shaman, as a priestess, whatever it is, because you're right, you have. Speaking of which, the first card out is all about Pleiadian starseed. So confirmation that for a lot of you guys, the Pleiadians are like the closest to humanity. They're closest like humanoid wise, like looks wise. But they just have a really they're very close with humanity and Earth. So there are a lot of Pleiadian starseeds here right now, among others. But I think for a lot of you guys, you resonate as Pleiadian, but you're like a hybrid soul, starseed, soul, whatever, where you're like, yeah, I'm Pleiadian, but I also resonate as Lyran or Mintonkan or, Blue Avian or whatever it is, okay? So I'm just going to scan through really quickly because I do, we got to go. So the Pleiades star system is known as the Seven Sisters, if you've ever heard of them, in a Taurus constellation about 444 light years away from Earth. 444 light years away from Earth. Okay, the Pleiadian consciousness, and this is what I mean by connecting with humanity and Earth as well as obviously the cosmos. The Pleiadian frequency is very strong from the 3D to the 9D. So you may have, if you're feeling called, honeys, book a reading, okay? And I'm not saying that to get business because I do not need the help. I'm saying it out of love because it's coming through. And you guys know, if you've been with me, you guys know how I am. If you are new here, this is my personality, and I'm literally not trying to like be like, come book with me, all desperate, because that's not how, I don't want that kind of, I would never want people to book with me like that energy anyways, like where I'm coming of a place of like, please, I'm desperate, you know, no. Okay, my point is that when you book a reading with me, not all the time, but if it comes up, but what I'm feeling, okay, so like basically like we will find out like what dimension did you come from when you came here? Like where were you at before this, in this, you know? So we'll find stuff like that out, okay? So you get to learn more. But like at a past life Akashic reading, things like that, this kind of stuff is what we focus on, and it's personal, one-on-one, so it's like bam, bam, bam. It's awesome. So again, a past life Akashic record reading or like a one-on-one quantum healing session. And I'm also, my newest session that I offer that I just recently added a few weeks ago is a shadow work healing session, which is so powerful, so healing, so incredible. So anyways, you guys, but the 3D from the 90 is like, you have a really strong connection, like, yeah, the 3D, but your consciousness and how you tune in, like maybe you came from the 9th dimension before you incarnated here. Pleiadian starseeds are very old and wise souls. They've had, see exactly, they've had many earthly lifetimes. So I'm talking to those of you guys where you haven't just had a lot of lifetimes like outside of Earth, you've had a lot of earthly incarnations, which is why you are a chosen one, which is why you signed up to come back here in the most powerful, pivotal time ever in Earth's history, because you can handle it, because you're an OG, because you're strong, even though you may not know it about yourself, or you may not feel it all the time, or I'm really struggling, I'm not strong, I just don't feel strong, Erica. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Every single thing that you have been through, or that like you're going through, you knew it would happen. And you also knew you would overcome it. I've got that, I've got that, I've got that, I've got that. Sign me up, send me down. It's like that, okay? So Pleiadian starseeds are, they've had many earthly lifetimes. They are guides of the new earth. They're extremely loving and compassionate and highly empathic. They have a deep connection to the stars and often feel homesick. That's all starseeds, I feel. Pleiadian starseeds are known to be healers, very strong healers. Teachers, you could be a grade school teacher, kindergarten teacher, a professor, but it's also being about a soul teacher and guide. You may have, they may have, okay, so it's been a long time since I channeled all this and like wrote this all out and like created these. And I will be creating these for purchase, you guys. So it's all in the works, right? My biggest project right now is starting my second channel for the Priestess path, for high priests and priestesses who are awakening and stepping back into their power, all about that. There's going to be a lot of healing and activations and truth, okay, on that channel. I'm so excited. So we will be getting that up and running. I'm hoping for right around the last few days, last like week of May. But anyways, I don't remember why I started talking about that, but this reminded me. But anyways, oh, because it's like one thing at once, right? So maybe you're feeling like that. Maybe you're like, I want to do this, and I want to do this, and I want to start this, and I want to do this, and I want to learn more about this, and right? Because that's how it is. Like, especially like the more we rise, you start to feel like I'm like a student of everything. Like I want to learn, I want to do, like sign me up. I'm a sponge. I'm absorbing it all. Okay. But I feel like you guys are being called right now to really buckle down and to like tune into like why are you here, and what it is that you really feel called to do and what you want. Okay. Healers, teachers, counselors, artists, creatives, innovatives, leadership. They love any form of communication. Talkers. We're in Gemini season. Geminis. I know a lot of Pleiadian Geminis. Highly psychic and intuitive. Very easily receiving messages, visions, dreams from their star family. And they are just very, in general, highly connected. So if that's you, that's you. Let's get some more. I'm just going to read these. This one wanted to pop. Grid work and ley lines. So I'm talking to powerful. This is why you're here. Okay? This is why you're here. Even if you don't resonate as Pleiadian, like a lot of the stuff I just said, okay, it's like so dark. I'm like losing all my light. Oh my God, that's so much better. What was wrong with my light? Okay, well that helped, but it's still dark. So anyways, you guys, okay, here we go. Grid work and ley lines. So a part of the reason why you came here after all of these incarnations was to be a grid worker. Now, what does that mean? It means you come here and you're like a literal column pillar of light. Your light body, you're activating, but you could be very called to work with the ley lines of earth, or you're just super in tune. Like you're just like, yeah, this is a ley line. I can feel where the ley lines are. I can feel where like the earth is super activated. Okay, but you're also here to do grid work, meaning I'm gridding. Remember, I even talked about crystal grids too. Okay, maybe it's like I'm helping other people make crystal grids of protection or abundance or, you know, loving prosperity, and I'm gridding their home or their new house, or I'm helping people to bless their homes or do house cleansings and ceremonies and things like that. Okay, the world of spirituality is infinite, you guys. Okay, so it doesn't have to be like a tarot reader or a psychic, right? Like there's so many things. Okay. All right. So anchoring light, a divine sovereign leader, activators, lighting up the earth, crystals and sacred places, which the first card out was Lemurian seed crystals. Okay. All right. Or you're very connected to certain places that hold these crystals, these frequencies, these earth memories, because the earth, right, she holds all her own memories and trauma just like we do. Okay, so you're here to like heal the land, to connect with the land. Okay, Goddess Isis is coming up in my mind's eye again. Okay, a call to travel. So you might be a part of your work and doing grid work and working with the ley lines and anchoring this light and love and, you know, alchemizing and using like high level, like quantum technology for healing, things like that. You might be called to travel, like me. I always knew, and you guys know if you've been with me over the last like few years, I've joked, but I've also been like, no, I know it's real. I need to, it's coming. I knew it wasn't the time yet, but I kept saying, those of you guys, if you know, you know, I kept saying, oh, I have to get my passport. You know I'm going to be traveling for work. You know, at this point, my work has been local and I could work, you know, I could work from anywhere doing what I do, right? That's a blessing. But I just knew like I would be traveling. I need to get my passport. I'm going to be visiting, you know, countries around the world, doing my work, my mission, my spiritual work, right? And fast forward, right? You guys know, just like a month and a half ago or 2 months ago or whatever, I announced, well, I just recently announced, right, that I'm doing my first ever spiritual retreat in southern France. There's the passport, there's the travel, there's the divine call. And it's because I opened my mouth and used my mouth. I spoke my words, and something that I had seen with my mind's eye, I reached out to my beloved sister, and her and her beloved John, they're the ones who do these sacred retreats, right? They've been doing these sacred retreats all over the world for over 10 years. Stellar, the feminine, she's a high priestess of Isis and the Magdalene lineage. So she does these Magdalene code retreats, and she's channeling and teaching and sharing the true, speaking of ancient primordial energies that are so old, so ancient, that, right, that's her work. So she's channeling the true Magdalene codexes and teachings and words that Mary and Yeshua and, right, were teaching themselves. It's not, so my point of all this is like, maybe it's spiritual retreats, but my point also is that travel, you know, or things that you can see happening for you, just like I saw, you know, over the last couple of years. I'm going to be traveling. It's going to happen. All I have to do is keep doing what I'm doing, and it'll happen when it's meant to happen. It happened. The energy felt right. It felt lined up. You guys, I've been wanting to work with them with these retreats, go on a retreat. I've been wanting to get certified with them in their White Flame Temple training, which is very, very high level quantum healing and alchemical technology. Like the stuff that like we did deep priestess and high priest work, right? So I'm sharing all this because, one, I'm announcing I think we have 2 spaces left for the retreat. We only have 2 spaces. Okay, people are still signing up. I just had a beautiful soul sign up just a few days ago. I want to do the retreat out of note, right? So I'm sharing, my point of all this is that maybe you're going to be called to a spiritual retreat, or maybe you're going to be the one facilitating spiritual retreats. I'm going to France to anchor in light. I'm also going to France because ever since I was young, since I was little, France spoke to me. Scotland speaks to me. Other places do. What speaks to you? Where speaks to you? Those are the places you're meant to go to visit. And you don't got to go on and be like, I'm going right now. You could be like me where you're like, I know it. It's in my awareness. I see it. It's a manifestation that will be fulfilled when the time is right. Okay? So anchoring, so I'm going, right? And those of you guys who are all going, that's what we're doing. We're going and we're working with the sacred ancient energy of the land. The land is healing us, as above, so below, but we are also bringing healing to it. Okay? All right. Okay. So there's a call to travel. For some of you guys, you're going to be relocating. Okay, this is all, remember, this is all like you've had an astounding amount of incarnations. And I could have gone more into detail for you guys about who you've been, where you've been, what you've been. But I honestly, the call was stronger to, okay, you are ancient AF. You've had an astounding amount of incarnations. It's not a competition or a game or anything like that, right? But literally the message that I'm receiving is, you know, compared to most souls walking the earth right now, that's why it's astounding. I literally got astounding, was seeing astounding, being shown astounding, because spirit needs you to know like how crazy it is. There's millions of souls walking the earth right now that are ancient, that are old, that are very evolved. That's why we all came back here, because we said, we know what we're doing. This is not our first rodeo, hunty. Oh, a whole flock of geese is just taking off. I just got full body chills. It's 2 flocks of geese. There's this 1 flock, and then there's 2 geese in between, and now there's this, and they're flying right over my home. Thank you. Taking flight. Flying away. Spreading your wings and flying. Soulmates. Twin souls. Divine union. Travel. The geese literally indicate travel in like oracle decks and stuff. If you see the geese symbology or symbolism, excuse me, is a lot of different things, but that's a big one. It's we don't leave anyone behind. It's twin flamer soul connection, divine union. It's finding your mate and being together for life, because geese mate for life. If one of the geese dies or something happens to it, the other goose will not find a new partner. It will remain alone. Okay. I'm hearing a special delivery, but it's literally like taking flight and things flying and just, okay, because you've been on the ground, meaning like it's like when you fly somewhere on an airplane and like you board the plane and everyone's settled and you're just waiting for takeoff, but there's a delay or a wait time for the takeoff, so everyone's just sitting on the plane waiting for their turn to use the runway. Right now, mi amor, the luggage is good, you're settled in. Think of the airplane as your cocoon. You're ready to take flight. Now is your turn. You have the, why can't I think of it? The landing pad or I can't think of like the term for it, but you know what I mean. You have the right of way. It's your takeoff time. Okay. You could have a very strong connection to Avalon or Merlin. Merlin is showing up for you guys. In your past incarnations, you have worked with Merlin. Merlin's magic, Merlin's alchemy. For a lot of you guys, you're very connected to Avalon, to Glastonbury, to the land there in that part of the UK. Also Wales and Scotland. I'm just hearing Great Britain, like overall. But Merlin represents and speaks of alchemy, magic, knowledge, Avalon, power. Okay, and then right after that card is another card of activating ancient magic, memories, and lineage secrets. So right now, mi amors, many of those incarnations that you've been still asleep to, even though you're like, I feel it, I have itch, I'm like itchy from channeling. When I get really itchy or really hot when I'm channeling, it's for a reason. Because one, there's so much energy that I'm tapping into, and ancient energy. It happens when I'm tuning into really spot on the message, ancient kind of energy and vibrations. Okay, it's very powerful. We'll say that. So right now you are activating more of your ancient magic and memories, and lineage secrets is activating in a huge way. Again, because you're ready to take flight. Okay, a dark alchemist. You're a pro at transmuting the shadow. You are a dark alchemist, a shadow worker and light worker. They're one and the same. We all have shadow, we all have light. But some of us, like myself, I'm also a shadow worker, where I'm here, and that's what I mean by like one of my new, it was spiritual guidance. Except for my general readings, every session that I have was divinely guided to do and to offer, okay? These shadow healing sessions, or if you want to buy the bundle of them, because you can't just, it's just like, you could book one, but one and done is not going to be what you need, really. It'll help a lot, a ton, but usually like a few sessions, no matter how you want to space them apart, is necessary. You guys know, healing isn't fast and quick, right? But this helps it to be more so. Okay, but you're a dark alchemist. We are dark alchemists. Okay, we aren't afraid of the darkness. You know what's funny is like as a child, right? Like most kids, right? They're afraid of the dark, and that's fine. That's normal. It's like kids wetting the bed. It's normal when that happens, right? Hello, heart purge, a little heart clearing. I was never afraid of the dark. I was never afraid of the dark as a kid. I might be a little like, run down the hallway real fast to quickly get the light switch on, but I wasn't like, I'm scared. I was never afraid of the dark. Were you afraid of the dark? It's okay if you were. Most children are. The dark can be scary. But if you think about that, why? Why is that something that is ingrained within us, even from a young age? We have no reason to be afraid of the dark because we can't see. Because there could be things hiding in the dark. It's the unknown that is scary. It's what you can't see that is scary. And being a dark, and that's what most humans think of being afraid of the dark. They are afraid to be in their dark. They want to stay in the light. They want to stay where they can see, where they can navigate everything and they can see it all clear. But that's not what we came here to do. So you're someone, and this is really important because many of you guys, let's say you're a healer already. You do it for work, or you do Reiki, or whatever the case, but this is in your future. For a lot of you guys, the fact that you are a master alchemist with the darkness and the shadow is huge. Look at this world. This world is built on darkness and shadow. And yes, we are transmuting and dismantling that, but it's going to get crazy. We haven't seen nothing yet. By the time 2028 hits, okay? So if this is you serve a great, profound purpose here, mi amor. Like, I wanna hug you, and I wanna say thank you for the work that you're doing, or that you're gonna be doing, or about to start doing. Truly, because this is where it's at. I mean, I'm not like discrediting or trying to belittle or anything like that. But what I mean is, there's so many people out there that are already working with crystals. And again, we are infinite energy, and the universe has infinite supply. So it doesn't matter how many people out there are selling crystals or working with crystals, or how many people are tarot readers or psychics or mediums. You have your own unique qualities, attributes, gifts, frequency, wisdoms that other people will not. Okay? You're a pro at transmuting the shadow. You're drawn to the darker things. It's very Scorpio vibes. You may actually have had past incarnations, or a part of your soul work in this lifetime is being a death doula, or something like hospice care, where you're not afraid of death. You're not afraid of mortality. You're maybe someone that's here to maybe be a birth doula. Maybe you help bring life in and coach through that and that connection and experience. But death doula, you help. And this is such, I mean, you guys, like, if this is you, I honor you and bow to you. To be that light and source of love to someone on their deathbed, to help them transition out of their physical body back into their true highest form and self, and to make them feel safe and loved, and it's okay, and there's nothing to be worried about or scared of. And that's powerful. That's powerful. And you've done this kind of work in the past. And for who that's for, it's because of everything you've seen and witnessed, and you bear witness to. You're not afraid of a little blood, or you're not afraid of mortality. You're not afraid of death. You're not afraid of, do you know what I mean? All the things that most people don't like or are afraid of. A lot of people won't even go into a hospital because of the smell, and I can smell death and sickness and the energy. But you walk right through it with your head and your crown held high. And that is powerful. Okay, so death doulas, okay? Now, look at this. Connecting to the earth elementals, the druids and the fairies. You could be a druid. You could have fae blood. You could have fae, ancestry for sure, an incarnation as a fae, or bloodlines. Okay, this stuff is very real, right? We know that. I am a druid, so I resonate with the druid. Merlin is a druid. Merlin's a druid. So you might be a druid, or maybe you're like, again, a hybrid soul, because you're so ancient and old, right? You might be like, yeah, like my soul originated in a star system, but I've had incarnations in these star systems. I've also, had incarnations, or maybe it's like, my bloodline is fae and elven and druid, but I also resonate with, angelic energy. Like I'm an earth angel. Like maybe I have angelic blood, it's things like that. Okay. So you're here to connect and show others the way back to these ancient, beautiful energies that we all used to be so very connected and in tune with, like the elementals, nature, the nature spirits, the four directions, the water spirits, the fire spirits, the elves, and you know what I mean? All that. You're here to like help and show and embody, and then like reflect that. So you're going to help bring, look at that. Bottom of the deck is a sister of the rose. There it is. See, my loves? Come with us. We have 2 spots available. Are you interested? Do you want to hear a little bit more about this retreat, about Stellar and John? I met them a few years ago. They are my soul family. I knew I'm going to be working with them. I'm meant to work with them. Not only was I called because of Stellar's beautiful 432 hertz frequency voice and her incredible priestess power and magic through her songs and sound. Speaking of the throat chakra, some of you guys, it's a part of your work too. You're a singer. Erica, I couldn't carry a note. I couldn't carry a note to save my life. Yes, you could, because that's what happens when we have these activations. So right now there's it's full system upgrade. For some of you guys, it's your throat chakra. Your throat chakra is being upgraded so you can spread your wings and fly. And maybe in this next chapter or this next season of your life, you're facilitating songs and light language and sound healing and things like that, right? So speaking of light language, I don't know why, but I've been getting this for like the last few days. It is a language of our soul, and it can be a mixture of things. It could be hybrid language, just like in different dialects, just like you are a hybrid soul, right? Because a lot of people have been asking me, like, what is it that you speak when you do that? How do you turn it on? How do you activate it? Like, how can I do that? So through my Akashic past life record readings and through any of my healing sessions right now, and just moving forward, if it's something that you are I know that, anyways, my point is that I'm going to be helping activate your light language, okay? for those who are ready. If you're not ready, there's nothing I could do or anyone else could do. It's like a forced Kundalini activation. If you're not actually ready to experience that and have that, as far as your destiny and your soul destined path goes, it's not, okay? So anyways, Sisters of the Rose connected with, it's Mary Magdalene. It's the Magdalenas. You carry rose codexes, teachings, wisdoms, knowledges, experiences that you're going to open up to or already are, and you're going to be sharing that outwardly. Again, a divine mirror. You're a divine mirror of so much. Okay, let's get one more and then we'll end it, because holy shit, I did not mean to go for 50 minutes, but okay. If you guys want to connect with me one-on-one, like if you do want to book a reading or any kind of a session with me, you feel like you're called or you're guided or you're ready, or I'm ready, Erica, I'm ready to activate more, I'm ready to level up more, I'm ready to heal this, I'm ready to do shadow work here, whatever it is. Because a lot of times you don't even know what you're ready for, you just feel called, and I'm the one that guides you and go, this is what's coming up, this is your blockage, this is what's ready to activate, etc. Right? It's in the description box below. Also, you guys, this coming weekend, this next, is it next weekend? Wait. Not this weekend, next weekend. I don't know. My days are confused right now, but for the 6/6 portal, I think this is the first 6/6 portal workshop that I've ever been called to do for 6/6, but this one is very special. So for 6/6, so we're going to be doing a quantum healing and astral experience on June 7th, which is Saturday at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time over Zoom. It is recorded. The recording is just as powerful. Why? Because it's on a quantum level. Time does not exist. So whenever you watch the reading or tune into it again, because with these workshops, I always suggest, don't just do the one and be done. Like, wait a while, integrate that, and then if you feel called maybe a month later, 2 months later, again, timeless, the experience will continue to activate and open you up, okay? So this is like, I don't know, like the 13th, 14th, something, I don't know, I've lost count at this point, workshop that we have done over the last few years. I don't get the divine call every month, only when I'm called for certain portals. So this one is very special, you guys, because it's the first time ever that we are going into the ocean. We are going underwater. And we are specifically going to the underwater temples of Atlantis, of the mermaids. We are going to Poseidon's kingdom. But more than anything, it's the mermaids. So the mermaids came and they were like, come and join us in our underwater temples. Whoever is gonna, basically you're ready to come and hang with us and to receive activations, mermaid healings, ocean healings and activations. The ocean, the water itself is activating and healing because it holds the codes of Atlantis. So we're working with the mermaids, we're working with the whales and the dolphins, and much more of our oceanic friends and other interdimensional beings. But if you guys have been to the past workshops, you guys know it's not like a transmission where, it's an experience. That's the only way I can put it. It's not like other things I've ever witnessed. It is quite the experience. Plus, we get to just hang out with each other, and I always do readings, and we get to talk, and you ask me questions and share, and it's just so magical and profound and powerful. If you're wanting to purchase the tickets are only $44 USD. Again, everything is in the description box below, except if you are wanting to watch or learn a little bit more about this retreat that we're doing in southern France for the Magdalenas, for the Rose lineage at the end of September, the 20th through the 27th. We will be in southern France, okay? And yes, you guys, you will be with me there on video. I will be recording. I will be sharing with you guys videos while I'm there, the land, the water, everything. So you're there. I want to immerse you in it with me. Because think in September, my second channel of the Priestess and Priestess Path, I'm starting it in the next week or so. So it'll be up and running, okay? So so I just want you guys to know you will be there with me, not only in spirit, but I will literally be sharing with you, okay? And if I can go live or do something like that while I'm there, I absolutely will. Or if I can do a live where I do like a transmission or a healing, maybe with myself and Stellar, we will do that for you guys. Okay, so trust me, you guys know, I'm gonna give you the goods. I want you, if you aren't coming with me or with us, I want you to feel like you're there with us, immersed in the experience of the lands, of the teachings, the codexes, and the waters. Okay, and the sacred sites. You guys, it's just like next level. And everyone coming to this retreat is getting certified in what I was talking about earlier in Stellar and John's level 1 and level 2. You'll get certified 1 and 2 for their Holy White Flame Temple quantum technology trainings. Okay, what does that mean? It means you can literally, you will go through this. You guys, I already do this work. I already do one-on-one quantum healing and quantum workshops, but not in the way that they are. So I'm excited. I am so ecstatic to be certified in this, right along with everyone else who's coming. Okay. Anyways, it's high level. It's basically like you become a spiritual surgeon. You become a spiritual surgeon, like legit. So you could come back home from France and you could start taking clients immediately, and also sharing and teaching the White Flame Temple trainings too. So it's a lot, you guys. It's not like any other Magdalene pilgrimage or retreat out there right now. There are so many beautiful ones, and just they're all so powerful and special. But I'm telling you, it's because Stellar and the fact that she's a true divine channel of the true ancient billions of year old codexes of the Magdalene. Okay, so anyways, it's pinned in the comments below. Watch the video that I created. It's like 15 minutes long. I go into detail all about all the things. Then shoot me an email after and say, like, I'm interested in booking my spot for the retreat. Everyone who has signed up, Stellar and John, yes, payment plans are an option. They don't ever want money to be a block as to why you're not there with us or answering a soul call. Most participants, Stellar has them on like a 12-month payment plan. So let's say you're like, I want to book, and you sign up today, right? So whenever you send over your deposit, etc., and like officially book your spot, you and Stellar, and you guys will coordinate payments that work for you, stuff that feels easy and good for you, that, so please know that too. Please know that too. A lot of retreats won't do that, or people, they're like, this is it, and not them. They're like, what can you afford? What feels good? Does 6 months work? Does 8 months work? And those of you guys who have booked a spot, if you feel called, please, if you have booked your spot, if you've already connected with Stellar and all the things, please drop a comment down below, please, and show some love for Stellar and John, to show others like your experience and just everything with them. I really appreciate it. I know there's only, so far, I think 12 of you signed up or 11 of you signed up, but anyways, 2 spots left, okay? This is special. It's very special, very special. So, okay. All right, so we're done talking shop. Okay, the last two cards that are like out here, I don't know how they came out, but the last 2 cards I'm taking, wow. So you have Merlin and Morgan Le Fay. Morgan Le Fay is a high priestess from Avalon. Like, she's known, and she's very connected to the Rose lineage too. So a lot of Avalon roots. Okay, so I think, okay, the incarnations that you've had, not all of them, but like some of the big like ones, okay, those are like your biggest, basically, like you're like reliving those, re-embodying those in a huge way in this lifetime. So if you were a priestess of Avalon, or you're a sister of the Rose, then in this incarnation, you're really exercising and stepping in that power and archetype. Okay, Morgan Le Fay, she's a priestess, psychic, third eye, crescent moon. All of us Avalonian priestesses wore a third eye, or on our third eye, a crescent moon imprint, tattoo, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so that could be relevant. The color silver and deep purple, very connected, like the moon energies, priestess of Avalon energy, etc. And then you have Hecate. Hecate she's the queen of all the witches, goddess, mother, queen of all the witches, right? But she is a primordial goddess energy. She also represents, she connects very deeply. It's Mother, Maiden, Crone. So it's like the different phases of your journey, of your leveling up and, you know, into the Crone energy. Many of you guys, myself included, we are, doesn't matter your age, but like myself, like I'm 40, I've never had children, I've never been married yet. But I'm not in the maiden or the mother energy any longer. I do embody the mother archetype for you guys and for many people, and I mother my inner child, but mostly I mother the collective. I'm here to be a mama bear, a protector, a love, you know, that loving energy, and hold you guys in that regard, right? And just the way a mother will teach her child and you know, all the things, I'm here doing the same thing, right? So Hecate, okay, so maybe that resonates with you too. Maybe that's a part of your goal. Maybe you are a mother or a father. Doesn't really matter. It's just why you're here. Mother, Maiden, Crone, you're entering your Crone phase, a lot of you guys. So she is the chief goddess of magic, witchcraft, the night. She represents the night, the moon, ghosts, and necromancy. She has power over heaven, earth, and the sea. Triple moon crown is her symbol. Extreme knowledge and wisdom of the occult. So that's you guys. You embody, you hold within your blueprint. You know so much about the occult, tarot, divination, crystals, crystal balls, this and that and the other. Okay. And you're here to teach that. Maybe you're going to be doing tarot lessons, and you know, maybe you do webinars, or you know, I'm getting, you know, this together. Okay? It's all happening now. It's all happening now. And there's a lot of people that are coming to you and that will be coming to you. A Titan goddess under Zeus. She bestows wealth and blessings to you. Yeah. She represents birth and renewal. And dogs, black dogs in particular, are her hellhounds. So you might, like when Hecate shows up, a lot of times, like if I'm like out, because she is, again, she's a goddess of the night. So right now, it's dark. Now it's like 9 o'clock here in California, however late it is. It might be longer than that. Now I've been on for an hour. It's probably past that. It's dark here now. The night has arrived with Hecate. So I'll go out and I will, because I have a deep connection with Hecate too. So I'll talk to her, and then like sometimes I'll ask her for confirmation, you know, even though I know she hears me, but sometimes we need that as humans. And I kid you not, like every single time dogs around here, they'll start barking. Or maybe if you do that, you'll start hearing dogs barking, or they'll just start barking out of nowhere. Okay? It's Hecate. It's her hellhounds showing up saying, I hear you, sister. I hear you, goddess. Okay. Dogs barking, howling. Yeah, I just said that. Okay. And then her hellhounds. Okay. So, and her hellhounds are protectors. Okay. So there's that. Okay. So you're, you know, ancient energy, super protected. Like, I don't know, you guys. I was like, holy shit, like an astounding amount of incarnations. Like, that's wild. So everything that came out in this reading today, in this message, has to do with that. And it has to do with you and why you're here and what you're here to embody. Or okay, so right as I'm like ending this message, you guys, of course, the storage in my phone was full and then it cut off the video. So I was done anyway. So I send you guys love. I love you guys so much. I thank you from the depths of my infinite soul for being here. Like, I love you guys. Thank you. You, each and every one of you guys, even if it's your first time here, you are why I came to Earth. You are why I started this channel. You are why I'm here, okay? So I love you. Thank you. Thank you for liking and commenting, even if it's just a little heart, you guys. For any channel that you follow, or if you're someone who's going to be starting your own channel, or it's a thought of doing that in the future, whatever it is, you definitely want to pay it forward with love, okay? You want to have the attitude of gratitude. So if this is like resonated with you today, then you want to smash the like button. You want to comment, because it helps the algorithm for this message get out to other people. It's good karma. It's good jujus. What you put out, you will receive back. So hitting that like button, that's good karma. Commenting, that's good karma. And when you start your business someday, or when you're, you know, manifesting more abundance, more money, love, all these things, these little acts of kindness and love and generosity and appreciation and gratitude are what the universe tallies up Oh, well, you love that message by Erica, but your ego was like, I'm not going to comment. I'm not going to, because she says something about it. I'm not going to do it. The universe tallies that too. You had an opportunity to do something kind and show an act of love, but you did not. You know what I mean? So I'm not like saying that to be like any kind, you guys know what I mean. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's good karma for you. It's win, 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 win all the way around. So anyways, just thank you. I appreciate it. And when you start a channel someday, or maybe you already have a channel, this kind of stuff will keep that energy moving and flowing and growing. Okay, have a beautiful day, you guys. Oh wait, shit, so hold on. I wanted to get a message from the Lemurians just real quick as we go. Okay, so the first card here is Shine Your Light. I'm gonna read this one. This one speaks of awakened awareness. For me, it's just confirmation that your awareness, like your consciousness, your awareness, like the things that you're seeing and experiencing in your life and just you, it's super, like your confirmation. You're seeing from a very high level of consciousness. Okay, so now we have this one, Shine Your Light. Look at her. Look at her. And I love it because look, she's a mermaid. So this deck has Lemurians on it, but like, just because it's not all mermaids, but look at this. There she is representing like the Atlantean mermaid underwater temple workshop that we're about to do. Like, I am so excited. Kicking off the summer, like, hell yeah. And I know it's not summer for everyone, but you know what I mean. Okay. She's got light shine, like it's like her power, her energy, her light is just beaming. She's radiating magic and power and high frequency in this moment. And that's you. Okay. Shine your light, my love. It's time to be seen. Time to put your, right? Spread those wings and fly, because you have been preparing for an astounding amount of lifetimes and incarnations, soul incarnations, for this moment and for this lifetime. Nothing can take you down. Nothing can stop you except you. Nothing can block you, hold you back, stop you, create failure. It's you. And you've been preparing. You've been training for this for eons. Now's your time. Okay. No one can do as you can. See, no one has the gifts you have. No one can do the things you do. No one has the gifts I have. No one can do the things I do. Doesn't matter if there's a million bajillion psychics out there. There's only one psychic, oracle, prophetess, priestess, Erica. And same for you. No one can do as you can. Yet, we sometimes feel that we need to be a certain way, a way not aligned with our authentic self. It takes discipline to do what we love, especially if we are natural givers. It is easy to get caught up with within other people's lives. Tending to our own needs harms none, and we will have a lot more to give if we do. It is time to collect our light and shift the vibration here on earth, starting with our inner sense of being. You are a sovereign being. Regain compassionate empowerment and remember what lights up your world. So that's another guidance right here. What lights you up? What makes you tick? What floats your boat? What makes you happy? What brings you joy? I feel like this is a moment where you got to reconnect to that and honor it and own it. God, Erica, I've been so tied up in the hustle and bustle of life and work and family or children and responsibility and, trying to navigate my awakening journey. I don't make time for the things that really make me happy. And honestly, right now, I don't even know what makes me really happy, but I do feel resonance with this, or I feel called to this or this, whatever it is. But do things that make you happy. Do things that make you laugh. Laughter is the greatest medicine, you guys, and the greatest healer. Truly, it's so powerful. So I don't know, but I love you guys. I know this was a long one, but it's because it's your fault. It's because you're ancient AF. It's because of your astounding incarnations that this was an astoundingly long message. So there's that. Okay, I love you.